So let's go with the argument that Hayden is right on this whole thing, and that Legolas sucks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just doing this here.
I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not uncomfortable like Ian was.
So what you're telling me is that he did no wrong in this whole situation.
I don't think he did. No.
Hayden, how do you feel about that?
I don't think he did at all.
I think Legolas is probably one of the most influential and important character who is not perfect and made one mistake throughout the whole series.
But so you're saying he's a failure?
He failed at one thing.
No, he did not.
He is not a failure overall. He failed at one thing.
No, he didn't.
That's all I'm saying.
He did He did the best that he could in that situation, and there's no one else that could have done anything better. That orc just had the will to finish his task. He made 2 shots. They were the only 2 shots that he could possibly have made. And that orc just overcame the sheer pain and continued to finish the job. There was no other way that Legolas could have done anything better in that situation.
So Hayden, you're wrong.
What?
So you're wrong then.
That's correct.
No, I'm not.
What is your argument then?
I'm basing on his past performance throughout everything before and everything after. He could have fucking killed that thing with ease.
How?
Watch the movies.
No, I'm asking you. How? What could he have done differently then?
He shot quicker. He shot tougher shots. The entire movies are evidence.
You're not really explaining anything for your... You're just saying that he could have shot more arrows.
And you're...
No, but what? How? Where would he have shot any different?
Opinion.
Where would he have shot any different? No, this is fact. Where would
your
he have shot?
argument
Where would he
is
have shot
personal
him?
opinion
Where? I'm
and
asking you a
emotion.
question. Where would
I'm
he have shot
using
him?
the movies as evidence.
So you're not going to answer my question then?
What is your question?
I asked it like 4 times. You just weren't listening.
The movies are all the answers that you need.
I'm asking you these questions, numbnuts.
And I am giving you the answers.
Where
the
else
movies.
could he have shot him?
Huh?
Jesus Christ! How many
Anywhere.
times do you need me to?
The heart, the head, the neck. It was all exposed.
He shot him twice, damn near in the
in
neck,
the shoulders.
where there's arteries. Have you ever
Not
been?
ones that are gonna kill you like that. That was needed at the moment.
He couldn't shot him in this. You see the angle that he was shooting at.
It's not that difficult.
Says okay.
They were all killing. Everybody was killing orcs from that angle.
Not at
everybody.
that. Yeah. Not at that
These
extreme
orcs are
angle. Not
fully
at that
armored.
extreme angle. They
That's
were.
the argument, though. Everybody was killing orcs. He's killing a berserker.
Yeah, with no armor.
It's still a berserker.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
That's like saying.
So it's a little bit stronger. It's a little bit stronger.
Okay. So will your arrow take down a deer?
Yeah.
Would you
hit
feel?
in the right spot.
Would you feel confident in taking on a moose with that?
With mine?
Yeah.
It's basically
No.
it's basically
Exactly.
like a deer.
It's just a little
big
bit bigger
deer.
than a deer.
Oh, it's not
What
that
about
much bigger.
What about an elk? Elk
No.
isn't that much bigger.
I don't know.
So you would not feel confident taking out.
Oh, I put it up there.
Is that what you're saying? And now you're leaving the argument? Let's move
No,
along.
I'm grabbing my phone.
The movies. Who saw the answers in
Exactly.
the head?
Exactly.
Everything you're saying is a terrible argument, and it's incorrect.
No, it is completely correct.
No,
Absolutely.
no, it's not.
Huh.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Absolutely is.
Where? I mean, those are the only 2 shots at the extreme angle that he had. Those are the 2 shots that he could have gotten. I didn't see anyone else making that shot. What? Well, let me ask you something.
Aragorn believed
Aragorn
in
had
Legolas's
a literal
capabilities.
army of full archers. Why didn't he just tell everybody, hey, shoot him, and shot him with 1,000,000 arrows and then be dead? Because guess what? Everybody around him was an elf. And what do? Speak Elvish, which he was speaking. So you're telling me that not one other elf could hear him saying, hey, killed him, and then looked and went, that guy's holding a shiny torch. He seems a little bit more important. And nobody else did anything. Right? Even though Aragorn could have been like, hey, entire army of elves with arrows, shoot that one. In the same amount of time, he said, hey, Legolas, can you shoot that one? So Aragorn failed because he did not use the proper resources that he had available to him.
Aragorn put too much faith in Legolas.
So it's Aragorn's fault then.
Yes.
No.
You just
You know
said
what?
that.
You know what?
Are you blaming the victim?
You know what? Maybe Aragorn, it was his fault for putting too much faith in Legolas.
So then it's Aragorn's fault. We've solved it.
But Legolas also failed.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
Who
he
failed
did.
more?
I'd say Legolas.
I'd say Aragorn because
Legolas failed more.
he failed to use all the resources that he had at his disposal. Instead of using many people, and many arrows, he chose one, which was a bad choice. You cannot blame the player at that point. You got to blame the coach.
The coach depends on his players based on their past performance. Right?
Not necessarily. He has to look at each individual scenario and make a decision for that scenario. And if he makes a bad call, it's not the player's fault that it didn't work.
How does he come up with a decision though?
I just told you, he had a million different elvish archers that he could have said, hey, everyone shoot him, and they could have had like 50 arrows hit that guy at one time and killed him. He decided, no, I'm just going to use one. He could have said it in the exact same amount of time. It would have been, hey, everybody shoot him. Instead of, he just went, hey, Legolas, again, come to my rescue because you just do the impossible. Fix it. And they left it to Legolas to do everybody's job again.
Exactly. And he let them all down.
But it's Aragorn's fault because he should have used
Aragorn
everybody.
has
He should have used all the resources available. He decided not to do that. It wouldn't have been much more. It's not like he had to go run across to go get a bunch of people. They were all standing literally right next to him while he was yelling at it.
Shooting at the 10,000 plus other orcs.
Yeah. But like you said, that one was more important, right? So why didn't he realize that and have everybody go after him? Because without that one being dead, those other orcs basically are useless. They're just standing around going, I can't get up the wall. Right? So why didn't he just go, hey, this one is basically their key to get in. Everybody shoot him.
Let's face it, it's a pretty impressive shot no matter what. He's hitting a moving target at a bad
I
angle,
will not disagree with
running
that.
at full speed.
I
in the
will
dark.
not disagree with that.
In the dark.
Mm-hmm.
But
And you got to think, he's probably got an elevated heart rate, adrenaline dump.
After fighting for how long?
Exactly.
With a recurve bow on top of that. Even with the bow of Galadriel that he's using.
Correct.
Still an impressive argument.
Yes.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this Fireside Chat.